Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. A couple of days to go and then we're going to be off to Singapore. I'm looking forward to that, where Arsenal going to be starting ramping up their pre-season operations, playing Atletico Madrid and PSG out there. So two really good games against top opposition that's better than them, let's face it. Will be a real test for Arsenal. So it's going to be really good and really looking forward to getting out there. Now, still lots of transfer activity around Arsenal, even though Unai Emery has said the bulk of his squad he's really happy with, but he is up for bringing in one, maybe two more, and linked with a load of players today. Linked firstly with this Croatian star who played in the World Cup, Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic, who currently plays for Real Madrid, 24, a really talented player, but his chances at Real Madrid have been really limited. He's been linked for a long time now with moves away from Real Madrid because he's just not getting the game time there. And lots of newspapers going today with the story that Liverpool and Arsenal are in a two-way battle to try and get Kovacic to their respective clubs. Liverpool, of course, have been doing lots and lots of business and hence are getting linked to practically everybody going right now. And Arsenal, of course, who are looking for that one other player that could, be that sort of star player that really carries them through. Kovacic is a good player, really good player, of course, was part of the Croatian team that got to the finals of the World Cup. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about this one. I know that under Wenger's reign, Arsenal are really interested in him. Maybe that's why the link still exists to the Kovacic one. But for me, I'm unsure about this one. The next one is a really strange one for me. Now, this one is probably the big transfer story that everybody's going with today. And that's for Yann Sommer. Now, Yann Sommer is a goalkeeper. He plays in goal for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's also Swiss, 29. So for a goalkeeper, that's not old. Normally for we're talking about outfield player and that. You're starting to get towards that 30 mark, which is that downward spiral, old age pension as far as footballers are concerned. But for a goalkeeper, 29-30 is actually kind of a mature age. Now, it's been said by Marca, the Spanish publication, that Arsenal are in advanced talks to sign Yann Sommer. And how this story's kind of emerged is that Barcelona are interested in signing another goalkeeper, especially if they lose Jasper Cillessen, who looks like he's going to be on his way out, their number 2 goalkeeper. They want to sign a goalkeeper that they can bring in behind, to Stegen, their main goalkeeper. And they've identified Yann Sommer. Gone to have a look at him and found out that Arsenal are in advanced talks with him. This is according to Marca, the Spanish publication is quite close to Barcelona and Real Madrid. Yann Sommer's under contract until 2021, valued at around about £9 million. Now, as I said, this is a strange one because at the moment, Arsenal got so many goalkeepers. They've just gone and bought Bernd Leno, invested a lot of money in him, about £20 million, so he's going to be the number 1 keeper. They've got Petr Cech there, who's recently come out and said that he's happy to stay at Arsenal and fight for his place, so he's not looking to move. Ospina, yes, we know Ospina probably will move on. You got Matt Macy there. You know what? You even got about another 3 goalkeepers under him. Now, I know, funds are limited at Arsenal. Why do we need to go and get another goalkeeper? Unless we're going to get rid of Cech and get rid of Ospina. And maybe he's looking at Yann Sommer. Of course, Mislintat will know him from his time in Germany. And he's a good keeper, by the way. He's a very good keeper. He did very well in the World Cup for Switzerland. He's another one of those keepers that are very good with a ball at his feet. So maybe that's an indication of the type of style that Unai Emery is going to be looking to play, that he's got 2 goalkeepers in that are very good footballers as well as, keepers, possibly better footballers than Cech and Ospina. And maybe that's why he's thinking of bringing Yann Sommer in. don't know, it's a bit of a strange one because you just think to yourself, limited budget, why not use that money and put towards getting another outfield player, winger or somebody like that? But listen, we don't know if this is a definite link. This is according to Marca. This is what they're saying, that basically when Barcelona went in to find out and investigate Yann Sommer, they found out that Arsenal were in advanced talks to sign him. So we'll have to wait and see how this one develops out, but it's a bit of a strange one to me. I really love to get your comments on this one. Do we need another goalkeeper? I think Petr Cech will be, if he does stay, will be a brilliant backup goalkeeper to Bernd Leno. The Czech's got experience of playing in the Premier League. He knows what the Premier League's all about. And I think as the second goalkeeper and the goalkeeper who play in the Europa League and play, and can always cover, he would be perfect. I'm not sure if we need Yann Sommer. Bringing in two new goalkeepers in a brand new physical league, I don't know. It seems like a strange one to me. But let me know what you guys think. Really interested. Alex Iwobi today being linked with a move away from Arsenal. Now, Iwobi, of course, can be a source of frustration at Arsenal. Can be excellent on days and go past players for fun, be so strong. On other days, so frustrating, a lack of end product, problems off the field. Now, we're being told today that Lazio are interested in signing him as a replacement for Felipe Anderson, who they sold to West Ham. And Iwobi valued apparently around about the 20 to 25 million pound mark. I know there'll be fans out there saying sell him quick. As a matter of fact, I saw the sort of debate raging around it last night where there were some fans saying, you know what, get rid. He didn't do anything last season. He was frustrating. He don't score goals. Get rid of him now. Where there was other fans saying, listen, hold on a minute. This guy's got talent. He done well for Nigeria to get them to the World Cup. On his day can be good. Let's see what he's like under Unai Emery, under a new manager that's going to push him, where he's going to have to fight for his place in the first team. Let's see how he gets on. Maybe Unai Emery could bring the very best out of Alex Iwobi. Going to be really interesting to see. What I've been reading, the vibes I've been picking up is that Unai Emery would be willing to sell him. And certainly if you've got like 20 to 25 million pounds for him, that's funds towards another top player to bring into the squad. So going to be interested to see how this one pans out. Iwobi will be on that plane, will be going out to Singapore to catch up with the rest of the team, after his sort of extended rest from being in the World Cup. So Iwobi, will he be at the club or will he not come the August the 9th? It's going to be very interesting to see how that one pans out. And really interesting, this one. Olivier Giroud won the World Cup with France, had a great time there, even though he didn't score in the competition, was an integral part of getting France to the World Cup and winning the World Cup. Of course, we sold him to Chelsea in January for around about about 80 million pounds we sold him to him for. Now, he's only been there since January. Done well for Chelsea. He was one of their better players. I mean, most Chelsea fans were saying, that he should start, as their main striker. He did so well for them, scored some vital goals, won the FA Cup with them. Chelsea apparently willing to let him go now. After only 6 months of being there, or less than that really, they're willing to sell him. Of course, they've got a new manager, Sarri. Sarri plays in a particular style, and maybe he doesn't want Giroud no more, and Giroud's being linked with a move away to Atletico Madrid. I have to ask this question though, because again, this is the debate I saw raging yesterday, and also somebody emailed me in, told me to ask this question as well. Should we go back and try and re-sign Olivier Giroud, bring him back to Arsenal? I mean, when he was at Arsenal, he was an excellent plan B. You could bring him off the bench. He scored vital goals for Arsenal, especially in the air. He's great at holding the ball up, better than the two strikers that we currently have in that department of holding the ball up. Should we go back and make a cheeky bid to try and bring Olivier Giroud home? He's coming home. Should we bring him home? I really would like to get your opinions on there. Or do you think to yourself, listen, our style of football wouldn't suit him no more either. We're going for pace, we're going for speed. We no longer need Giroud. Or do you think Giroud would be a great plan B, wouldn't be that expensive? bring him back into the squad. Would love to hear from you guys in the poll that we're doing. Let me know yes or no. Should we have Giroud back? I'd be really interested. Right, let's get into a few of your comments here as my computer just goes AWOL on me. Comment number one I'd like to go with is this one from Megazar. He says, I still can't believe Robbie said with a straight face on the podcast, this is a podcast I do with DT, that Welbeck is better than Perez. Is he drunk? Well, I stick by that. In my opinion, listen, it's my opinion. You've got your opinion and I respect that. Lucas Perez, what has he done? He's got a great left foot. He's looked good in parts. Danny Welbeck, for me, I look at his all-round game in comparison to Lucas Perez. He's a lot quicker. He scores just as many goals as Lucas Perez. He scored vital goals for Arsenal. I know he's not clinical. He's not clinical enough for a striker. He can play out wide and is more effective on the wing than Lucas Perez because he can go past players. He works harder. He gets back. For me, in my opinion, Lucas Perez is a very good player, but I would rather, if it's down to who would I choose between the two, I would go Welbeck all day long, but I respect your opinion, mate. Schmucky says, Kingsley Coman would be a great signing. If Kroenke wasn't a cheap waste of oxygen, we would be able to get Draxler. Give Gazidis to Milan and feed Kroenke to the lions at the zoo and let Usmanov buy Arsenal because he loves Arsenal. So he's still not convinced with the board there. Akpom was a waste of money for years, says Danny Gill. Eddie Nketiah is the talent we need, and he'll definitely be able to learn under Aubameyang and Lacazette. Listen, I wouldn't say Akpom was a waste of money. He never really got a chance, did he? He never really got a run. This is the thing, when you're a young player coming through, it's so hard to burst into that first team. You can get a bit frustrated after a while because you could be in training, you could be knocking in goals, you could be doing everything that's required and you're just not getting in, and you then start to drop off a bit. I see it with a lot of players. Maybe it is time for Chuba Akpom to move on and he can come again. Eddie Nketiah definitely, I think, is a player that probably deserves his chance this year. Looked really sharp to me last year and definitely deserves his chance. Ben says we need to sell Welbeck and keep Lucas Perez. So he obviously agrees with what the other guy says. Perez would be an excellent squad player with lots of experience and score some goals too. Okay, respect that. Shinji says, I actually don't know how Coman has got this reputation he has for me. He doesn't have nearly enough goals or assists. He hasn't always been he's not the regular starter for Bayern Munich. That's probably why he hasn't been able to rack that up. Maybe if he comes into a team where he'll start week in, week out, you might see those assists and goals go right up. And last one here, Lil Rosie says, you need to give a chance to Andre Gomez. He was brilliant at Valencia and doesn't get any play time at Barcelona. Give him the chance and he will prove to you that he is world class. Sorry, yesterday I said he was previously at PSG. He was at Valencia and he was a very, very good player at Valencia. I'm still not sure though. I'd rather us keep Aaron Ramsey, but it looks like Andre Gomez is that backup if that doesn't happen with Aaron Ramsey. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. As I said, we're off to Singapore in a couple of days' time. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting lots of people out there in Singapore. But we'll be back here tomorrow.